Oh, hi. I'm going to show how you can take slippers and give it a nice non-skid plastic coating using Plasti Dip. Plasti Dip is a spray that helps you put a rubberized coating on the sole of your crochet or knit slippers. I just happen to have a pair already made because this video is about the soles, not the slippers. But if you like this pattern, all you have to do, and I'll have the information on the links below in the details, all you have to do is look up the Little Red Riding Slippers. It's by Drop Design, and it's on gonestudio.com. And iKnit, who is also a YouTuber, also has a how-to on how to make this exact same slipper. I plan on making one too because she doesn't show everything in the pattern, but enough that you can probably get it done because I got it done. So let's get started. It's my notes. You will need to make sure that you put this in a well ventilated place. I had outside, but if you can't put it outside because you might live in an apartment or something like that, or like in my case where I've done this before and it started to rain, if you have a bathroom with one of those ceiling vents to keep the moisture out of your bathroom, you can put it in there and just leave it on. The manufacturers recommend, and it's a good recommendation, that you leave it to dry for at least 30 minutes and do at least 3 to 4 coats, which means you spray it on, let it dry for 30 minutes, spray another coat, let it dry for 30 minutes, and spray another coat and let it dry for 30 minutes. And that's what I'll be doing for mine. So it's best to put it outside because it needs to be in the well ventilated place when you use this stuff. I sprayed it outside because it's really strong. So I would spray it outside and let it sit outside. If you can't leave it outside, at least spray it outside and then keep it in your bathroom while it's drying for 30 minutes with a ceiling vent on. If you don't have the outdoor vent, I highly recommend going someplace else and doing it, like if you have a friend or relative where you could leave it on their porch for 30 minutes, or if you just got a book and you can just sit outside with it while it's drying. That's cool too because it's warming up and it's nice out. So either way, but ventilation is important. You can't do it inside, it's dangerous. So here we go. Supplies: slippers, a box, some old recycling shopping bags, and either a pair of scissors or an X-Acto knife. I like, or box cutters as some people call it. I mean, there are X-Acto knives, they're smaller than this, they're usually used for arts and crafts, but it's basically the smaller version of the same thing. But you can also use scissors. I use this because it's easier. It's kind of hard to maneuver with the scissors. I just got in the old box, but the box needs to be big enough for when you open up the sole, you put it down on the box, like this. And then I did a little bit underneath. I didn't do it exactly around. You can see this. I didn't do it exactly around like this. I kind of lifted it a little bit and did it in, because that way it gives a more snugger fit when you stick it inside upside down. Just spray the glue on, but you'll find that part out later. But anyway, take a marker, hold your slipper on like this. Hold your slipper on, put your hand in it, and then just take a pencil, pen, marker, and just trace along the outside of the shoe. But like I said, I did a little bit underneath. I didn't do like right up against it. I went a little bit under, like right here. I want to lay flat, you can't see it. And then you cut. It's always safer to move to the side or cut away from you. That way if it pops out, you will not cut yourself. But you could do that, and you don't want to do that. So put away. Of course, that's not an issue if you're using scissors. I hope it's not an issue. It would be an issue. Bad if it was an issue. Alright, one down. Do not throw this away. Save this. And obviously boxes have flaps on the inside. You just move it out the way. You don't have to cut it. You can cut it if you want to. I'm not going to. I just move it out the way. See? This is why you cut away. There you go. Take this and put it inside the slipper. Gives it more stability when you spray it, and that way you get a nice even coating on your slipper. But before you do, take your plastic. Because that way the spray doesn't all absorb and spread to where you don't want it. Plastic keeps it from staying just where you want it. So you take the cardboard, stick it in a bag, like this. Stick it inside the slipper. Flatten out the bottom just the way you want it, like that. And then stick the plastic in. So it stays where it's supposed to. Then you just take it, take your slipper, and stick it in the box. Reach around if you have to. Hold on to the slipper on the inside, and at the same time, you're pushing it down on the outside. There you go. Just like that. See? Nice and flat. An even coating. And it's not going to go anywhere. You do the same thing to the other one. Move it back. What would you rather watch? Yeah. So you, once again, take the cardboard, plastic bag, stick the cardboard in the plastic bag, nice and snug and tight. Stick this in the slipper. Smooth it out, shape it out, make sure you got where you want ready to go. Do that. Check it. Then stick in some more plastic to keep it in there, help it hold the shape. This way it does not absorb and spread too far. Stick it in the box. One hand, take your hand in, pull it again, the other hand, and there you go. And then you gotta shake this up. Just shake it, just follow the instructions, shake it up, take it outside, and spray. So I'm gonna go outside and spray. Should also add before going outside, the instructions for this, because it's kind of thick, it has a little ball in it, you gotta like shake it up for a good minute or two, and you should actually use the time to make sure you shake it up that long. But when you do shake it up, you want to make sure that that little ball inside is going up and down. And you'll hear it going up and down. You don't want to just do this, because then you're not going to hear it. It's just going to be like spinning around the room and not going up and down in there to actually mix up all of the additives and paint and plastic and stuff to mix together good. So you have to do the whole rhombus shape like you're mixing a drink or a martini or just doing a rumble or, you know, use your hands if you have to. With one hand, the other hand, just both hands. So you gotta go up and down, not like this. It's not going to mix it. You gotta, and it has to be for a good, at least a good minute. You need to count to 60, or stand in front of a digital clock and just shake it until the 1 minute marker changes. But you gotta shake it.